In this video, we're going to be looking at different conditionals that you can create from the conditionals you already know. These are other options. Okay, so first we're going to have a look at two conditionals that are called mixed conditionals because they mix second and third type of conditional, creating an idea connecting the past and the present. So on one hand, we have the possibility of using past simple or continuous in the if clause, which is the one that is going to refer to the present time or the future. And you combine this with the would, should, or might have, which really belongs to a third conditional. But in this case, because the condition that refers to the present or the past is connected to something that did not happen in the past, okay? So let's have a look at examples to understand better. If I didn't have so much work, so when do I have the amount of work? Now, but I'm imagining, that's why we use a past here. If I didn't have so much work, I would have gone to the party last night. So we are going back with the perfect conditional here, the would have gone. Let's look at the second one. If I spoke German, which I don't, I would have understood them. I would have understood some people I spoke to, like, I don't know, yesterday. So you see, we come and go from present to past. Now we have the use of the past perfect in the if, referring to the past now. So the condition started in the past and has a connection to the present. And it's something, it creates something like this. If I had won the lottery, that is past, so we use past perfect because it did not happen. I would be rich now. So you see, it's in Spanish is si hubiese ganado la lotería, sería rico hoy. So we are connecting past and present. This is the use we give to mixed conditionals. Now, alternatives to conditionals. Okay, so you have here more time expressions that link and can replace the if. These are alternatives to if. And they are used to emphasize the condition that needs to be present so that something can happen or be done. Let's have a look at examples. I'll tell you what really happened as long as, so with this conditional, I'm presenting the focus I want to give. So only if you keep the secret, as long as you keep the secret, okay? The same happens with provided or provided that, on condition that, and only if. So these four alternatives to if emphasizes the fact that only if you do that, I'll perform or will perform the action in the future. Okay, we have more alternatives, whether or not, okay, even if, suppose or supposing, and whether or not, the difference between if and whether or not is that with if, you are only going to do that, you will do that, if the person does the other thing. In whether or not, you are going to do it anyway, because you are not giving options to the other person. You see the difference? And even if it's very similar to whether or not. So no options to the person you're speaking to. And suppose or supposing emphasizes the fact that you are imagining a situation, okay? So that's an alternative to if. Another alternative to conditional structures is the use of should or the third conditional, or the where plus subject plus infinitive to create the beginnings, okay? So these are all structures used instead of the if. Now you say, should you find the answer? It's like more formal and more like imperative, but it's like an equivalent to if you find the answer. Should you find the answer? Had we arrived, okay? If we had arrived, so it's an alternative to the past perfect. And were they to buy? So this is like an improbable future event, like in a second conditional. So very important to pay attention how you combine, okay, with the second part. The should most probably will be joined to an order or a suggestion. The past perfect to a perfect conditional with could, might, or would. And the where plus subject plus to, as it's like a second conditional, needs to be used or paired with the would plus infinitive. Okay, and so here you've got examples, but in the negative. Be careful where you position the not, because as you already know, you always put the negatives in the auxiliary. So the first intention is to say shouldn't, hadn't, or weren't, but no, you need to place the not after the subject, okay? So should you not wish, had you not refused, were you not my brother, and so on and so forth. So these are all important alternatives to if, to conditionals in general, sorry, and they are very much used in the language. Well, leave me likes, notes, comments, whatever you want. Subscribe my channel, please, my YouTube channel, or share the information with people you think might need it. Bye. Thank you.